All right. Just want to talk about being taken advantage of. We've all got those family members that we never hear from them unless what they're in a bind, they need something's gone wrong in their life, and that they start getting on the horn on the phone calling everybody that they can, trying to get out of their situation. 9 times out of 10 they put themselves in that situation, but now they want somebody else to help them get out of the situation. And I mean, there are genuine situations, things that come up that happen, and they genuinely need help. But sometimes it's a situation where you put yourself there. That's like my niece, for example. A few days ago, my dad gets a phone call from a county that we're familiar with. It's nearby, and come to find out, long story short, my niece got picked up for public intoxication. This is not the first go round with her doing this, and she called my dad 75-year-old grandpa. And he's straight up, he's like, Mike, I ain't getting her out. I've done it in the past, and I ain't doing it again. It's time for her to grow up, and she's in her 30s, by the way. It's time for her to grow up. She has kids, and it's time for her to face the music. It's time for her to grow up. She's gonna have to learn her lesson eventually, and if she don't, hey, she hadn't learned her lesson yet. Doesn't look like she's going to, but Grandpa ain't getting her out of, this situation that she put her in. So you got people, even in your family, that will try to manipulate you. They'll go to the person and they'll be like, I love you, I miss you, just things like that. And it's just, it's going somewhere a lot of the times. And you got to put your foot down, and you got to just, love them. But sometimes, I've said this in other videos, you got to love people from a distance. And, if they don't contact you to see how you're doing throughout the year, but all of a sudden they need your help, hey, you just got to keep some distance between you and them. It's them needing something a lot of the time, and you got to keep that distance. Do not let yourself be manipulated. God does not want you to be walked all over. Yes, we're to love, and we're to be compassionate, but that does not mean at the expense of us being walked all over. The Bible's full of stories where people, God tried to teach them, and they just kept on and kept on and kept on doing their own thing, and God let them fall into their own sin, into their own, shortcomings. He let them learn on their own. He let them suffer, and sometimes to learn, sometimes to grow. There's story after story in the Bible where people had to go through suffering before they learned, and before they grew, and before they became a better person. So sometimes you gotta say no. You gotta hold your ground and continue to love them. But if you gotta place distance between you and them, that's fine. And you don't always have to permanently place that, gap between you and them. But just, hey, what I would recommend is just to place some distance, see how it goes. And if you never hear from them again, if they don't check on you, don't call you, don't text you or whatever, then it was only about the money. It's not, I don't want to say they don't care about you, but bottom line, it was about them needing something. So, hold your ground in situations where you feel like they're trying to use me. Hold your ground, continue to love them, but you don't have to do something for somebody every single time they need something. Because the first time you do it, they're going to come back again and come back a third time and a fourth time, so on and so forth. Hold your ground. We all got things that we got to tend to. And, I've been battling brain cancer now going on 4 years, and God's been good to me, and I'm doing great, feeling great. I feel healthy. All of my blood work, my scans have come back great, and to God be the glory for that. But I've had family even come at me, wanting me to help them out. I'm like, hey, I'm legitimately on disability. How is it that I can make a disability check stretch each and every month, but you can't tend to your business? I ought to be coming to you for money. But, and it's crazy how people can be. But hold your ground. Don't be manipulated. Don't be taken advantage of. God doesn't want you doing that. Love, help when you can, but that doesn't mean every single time to the point that you're being taken advantage of. All right. God bless each and every one of you guys. Thank you for coming on the channel, watching this video, and others, thank you for being subscribed if you're subscribed. Tim, if you're watching this video, brother, thank you for the Christmas card you sent me today. If you look, let's see, brother. See it right there? Yep, right there hanging up next to a picture that Ember, my little girl, colored for me. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Wonderful card, unexpected. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Love you, man. You have a very Merry Christmas as well. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.